Today, we're gonna talk about magic. But wait, if this is your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Rich. Welcome to my channel. Something I do quite often on this channel is unbox and review items for content creation, such as wireless microphones, lighting equipment, and things like that. So if you're a content creator and you get something out of this video, do me a favor and think about subscribing so you can see more of my videos in the future. Now let's get right to it. The good folks at Godox sent me the Godox Magic XT1 wireless microphone to test out. So let's get this out of the box and see what's inside. When we first open the box of the Godox Magic XT1, inside we find a quick start guide and our user's manual. And we have the case for the XT1, and that's all that's in the box. When we open the case, inside we have the actual unit itself. Let's get this unwrapped. And here we have the Godox Magic XT1. On the side we have looks like a volume up and down and a USB port for charging. We have a headphone out and an audio output, as well as the power button here on the side. On the front we have a touch screen, and on the bottom, this is where it gets interesting, you have a little button here, and when you press the button, it unleashes our two tiny little microphone transmitters. So this is the transmitter for the XT1, and it looks like it even has a little magnet here as well. So and this is where you charge and you store the microphones, and this is the receiver. One more thing on the bottom here is there is a little 1/4-inch thread mount, so we can attach something like the cold shoe mount that is in here as well. Also inside the case we have two wind muffs, as well as two magnetic clips to put on the microphones. If you don't want to use the magnets, you can also put these on there and clip it to your shirt. On the other side here in the top pouch, we have a bag with some more magnets in it. Also, that we have an audio cable and a USB audio cable, as well as our USB to USB-C charging cable. And this is everything that comes in the box of the Godox Magic XT1. All right, so I've gone ahead and mounted the Magic XT1 to my camera and mounted the transmitter right here on my shirt with the magnet. And something I found very cool is that you actually don't need the cold shoe adapter. You can actually just slide it right onto the cold shoe the way it's designed. So it's neat that they actually give you both a cold shoe adapter, even though it's not completely necessary, although it doesn't lock into place on the camera without the cold shoe accessory. It just slides in there. Right now I have noise reduction off. There's a plane directly over my head. I'm going to turn noise reduction on. So how does this microphone sound with noise reduction on and a plane directly over my head? All right, so now it's time for a test that I like to call the turnaround test. Now, the Magic XT1 is rated for 200 meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down here towards the water. I'm going to turn around and we're going to see if the signal cuts out at all, or if this produces such a strong signal that we have no dropouts or interference of any kind. So I'm going to just start walking back here towards the water. And what do you guys think of the audio quality? Now, right now, I still have the noise reduction on, and I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and turned off the noise reduction. How does the audio quality sound to you guys? I'm going to turn around here, and let's see. is really going to last a really long time. Can you guys still hear me? I'm now camera. So of the Magic XT1. I'm going to turn noise reduction back on. Noise reduction is back on as another plane and some kids are playing around me. Did the audio drop out at all? And what do you think of the audio quality? Please leave me some comments in the comment section below and let me know what you think of the Godox Magic XT1. Okay, so now let's talk about the wind muff here. The way the wind muff works with the microphone is you just simply stick it on. It just slides right over. It seems to hold okay, but there's nothing really locking it in place. It's just like a little microphone hat, little furry hat. Another feature of the XT1 is that it has built-in recording as well as a low cut feature. So right now, the low cut is off. I'm going to go into the menu and turn it on, which is really easy to do because it has a touch screen. But I can't do it from the transmitter. I can only do it from the receiver, which means I have to be right here at my camera to do that. So right now, the low cut is on. What do you guys think of the audio quality? And noise reduction is on. I'm going to turn noise reduction off just as a plane comes overhead, okay? So noise reduction is off with low cut on. I'm going to turn low cut off. Low cut is off, noise reduction is off. There's a plane right over my head. What do you guys think of the audio quality? And I'll turn the noise reduction back on. Noise reduction is back on. One of the nice things about the Magic XT1 is the audio quality. It's got 24-bit 48K resolution, so the audio is really nice and clear. And it also has the ability in the receiver to switch from mono to stereo between the two microphones, as well as a backup track in case there's any issues with the audio so you can fix it in post. Very cool that it can do all that. Looking at the screen on the Godox Magic XT1, we can see right on the main display here, we see the battery level on the receiver. We can see that it's in mono mode or stereo mode. We can see the battery levels for mic transmitter A and B, and we can see our incoming levels, so we know that there is a signal. Because it's touchscreen, all we have to do is go through and just swipe through our menu system here, and it's just as easy as you see what I'm doing here, to get into different modes, to lock the screen, to pair it, general settings, noise reduction, the low cut, muting it, setting the volume. So let's go into the mode, and this is where we can see mono, stereo, and the safety track. So we can have that option as well. And setting the volume, if you want to set both A and B or A and B, we can do that. And the noise reduction, turning that on or off. General settings, we can set the brightness. We can see the version. We can restore it to factory reset. Language, how much time before the screen goes to sleep. And pairing it if we need to, locking it. And that's the screen on the Godox Magic XT1. I do have to say that the touch sensitivity of the screen is quite nice. Overall, the Magic XT1 is very, very small and very compact. It's actually really cool how tiny it really is. And the fact that This little thing here that holds the microphones on also can act as a cold shoe, is even cooler, making it even more compact. This is a really nice microphone system. Once again, this is the Godox Magic XT1 dual channel wireless microphone system. What do you guys think of the audio quality of it with noise reduction on and noise reduction off? How do you think it sounds? There's a plane directly over my head with noise reduction off. I'm going to turn it on right now. This is noise reduction on. What do you guys think of the audio quality of the Godox Magic XT1? Let me tell you a couple of things I like about it and one thing I don't. The receiver having a touchscreen display is absolutely awesome, and I like the way it works. It's got a pretty nice menu system. It's easy to navigate through. You can just set all your settings right there, from the low cut on or off to the noise reduction on or off. Change your audio from stereo to mono to the backup track for emergency purposes in case you need to fix your audio in post. It has brightness settings. It could just change a bunch of different things, and it's really nice that it's visible in the daylight as well as just easy to use. It's very touch sensitive. One thing I wish it did have was a display of some sort on the microphone transmitter. So for example, I've been shooting this video and I didn't know it, but because this has been sitting in a box for such a long time, the battery is very low. So what happened was, while I was trying to do this video, the battery died and I had no knowledge of it because I'm not right there looking at the display on the receiver. And you know, I went to check my video and I noticed there was no audio levels. So at some point, the microphone died and I didn't know. Perhaps if there was a screen on the transmitter, it would just be a little bit easier to see whether or not my noise reduction was on or off, because all I have is a little color indicator on here. When it's green, it's off. When it's orange, it's on. And that's it. I can't see the power level on here. I can see the power level on the actual receiver though, so it's not that big of a deal. I just kind of like to have a display on my receivers nowadays. That's all. Outside of that, it's really nice that this is a dual channel wireless system, and I really like how compact the microphones are and that they tuck right into the receiver, which also charges the microphones as well. Very, very cool. If you enjoyed this review, then please give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing so you can see more of my videos in the future. I've got a lot more wireless microphones to get through, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these reviews. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Happy New Year, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.